Good afternoon. All this year I promised myself that I wasn't going to buy any new fabrics. I need to clear some stock, sell some things before I can justify buying any new lengths of fabric to make dresses from. But I went into Manchester a couple of weeks ago for a completely unrelated reason, and I was walking back past the shop that I normally go to, which is called Abercan, and thought, oh, I'll just pop in. There probably won't be anything I want, and I was very focused on what I do and don't need, so I thought, well, there's not much chance of me finding anything, so I'll just go and have a quick look and then I'll go home. Unfortunately, there were things to buy, and I have bought them, and at least that gives me the creative allowance that as the weather's changing and it's getting warmer, spring is almost here, it's definitely changing, at least I have something to work with. And I was very careful about what I bought. There were lots of possibilities there, but I've gone entirely for fabrics that I haven't really worked with before for dresses, so that I have some new colourways. So the first one is a grey marl. I have had this marl grey fabric, as you can see there, before, but not in this fabric. I bought it as jersey and I made harem pants from it. Really nice pair of harem pants, but I've not had it in the viscose that I use. This lovely draping fabric. As you can see, it just hangs so well. These are my favourite fabrics. These are almost the only things I make my dresses out of now, because they lend themselves to the type of dresses that I make, the backless dresses, the drape dresses, the dresses that are designed to fit multiple body shapes within one dress. It's good for doing the braiding as well, for the belts and the additions around the necklines and whatever else I'm planning to do. It's just incredibly easy to work with. Look at those drapes. It's stretchy, but I tend not to need the stretch for when I'm making these dresses because of the way they're designed. So that was my first length, and there's enough here for one dress. I think all these fabrics, there's enough here for one dress, plus the braiding to go with it, plus there will be enough left over to turn into coasters. So we've done well there. The other one I've got, and this might seem strange, is I bought some in black. Same viscose, beautifully hanging fabric. I very rarely make black dresses, and I probably should do more, because black is very much a staple colour and people find it very safe. And again, this has the same beautiful hang to it. I think there's enough here for two dresses, or maybe one long dress and one asymmetric shorter dress, like a beach dress. I'm open to possibilities on that. Once I start to to make more dresses, I will start to look at these. I just play with the fabrics on the mannequin, like the mannequin I have here, and I just let the dresses kind of create themselves. I'm always very open-minded. I mean, obviously my dresses do tend to follow certain styles, but I like to see how the fabric kind of metamorphosizes in its own way. The next fabric I bought, and I don't think I've even ever seen this in the shop, is this gorgeous old gold fabric. I call this old gold, like an antique gold. That's what it reminds me of. Again, we have that same beautiful drape. I will get one dress out of this, and I just absolutely adore this colour. I don't know if it's going to be popular. I've never made anything in this colour before. I've never seen this colour before in Abercans, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to working with that one. We'll try and do something really special with that. I have a feeling that I might make some gold additions to it, something to help that colour really pop. The other thing I got, again, same type of fabric, is this lovely mustard yellow. I'm a sucker for mustard yellow. I've made a couple of things in this fabric. I don't know how popular it is. I know that it goes through phases in the shops of being within like the fast fashion ranges. I absolutely adore it. This isn't quite as stretchy as the others. It's, I mean, it's got the stretch, but it doesn't have quite the same content. So it has the hang, but it's softer. It's almost like a crepe. And in this light, it looks more bright yellow than mustard, but I promise you this is a mustard yellow. Very nice. And next one is a very pale green. This would be great for a, I would say, like a bridesmaid or a prom. This is a great bridesmaid or prom colour. I've got enough for one dress there, so I will probably make this in the style of a bridesmaid's dress, because this could be absolutely ideal. Again, it has that same lovely hang to it. There's enough for one dress there. And what's this one? This is like a very dark grey, like almost like a smoky grey. It looks really dark in natural light, but when you hold it up to the camera it looks navy. It isn't navy at all. It's very strange. Yeah, it's very strange. Some of these are going to be really hard to photograph. See, that looks slightly more like the colour it's supposed to be. But again, it's that lovely drape that it's got. And that's it. That all came to £46.30, I think it was. There's, I mean, once turned into dresses, there's over like £500 to £600 worth of dress here. So there are always good profit margins in these. I buy these as a kilo sale. They sell these offcuts as they are in baskets in the shop, and then you just take out what you want, and you could ask for, say, a metre of that. I tend to, when I see a fabric I'll take the whole lot, because normally you wouldn't get more than two dresses. I might get 2 out of this, I might get 2 out of the black, the others will all be single dresses. But yeah, this is a, you know, in terms of finished product, there's a lot there, and of course the clincher is selling it, and it's 2024. It's going to be much like 2023. Things have been more buoyant. I've actually made 4 sales on my Shopify store now this year, which is amazing, because I started the shop towards the end of March last year and didn't have a single sale, and I was really starting to regret my decision. And then I decided, let's just give it a bit more time, and I bought a year's subscription to to Shopify, which gave me like something like 3.5 months free. And then in January I had my first sale, and then I've had a few more since then. So this might be the beginning of change, which will be really fantastic. I'm not putting any energy into my Etsy store. I'm keeping that predominantly for just haberdashery and craft supplies now, although I do still sell the odd coaster there. So I tend to keep the coasters up, because it's small price items, small sale cost items, and the haberdashery seem to do better on Etsy. I'd rather keep the higher price stuff for the website. It's got more of a luxury feel to it. It looks more prominent. So the dresses, the handmade jewellery, I do have all the coasters on there as well, and I've sold 3 coasters on that this year through 2 orders. The bags that I make, and the bags that I upcycle and remake, they're all on there as well. But all the haberdashery stuff is not on that website. That is entirely for Etsy. And I do still sell things. It's not very much. It'll be a pack of buttons or a metre of ribbon, that sort of thing. I've sold a pendant charm, and it's really, really tiny stuff. But I know that there are changes coming with regards to Etsy. It sounds like they're going to be introducing a monthly subscription for having an Etsy shop or something like that. That's what I've heard. And this will be the big decision maker for me, because I have low sales and low value sales on Etsy, and it's just going to stop becoming a thing for me. If they start charging a tenner or £15 a month for Etsy, I don't think it's going to be worth my effort. It'll get rid of the scammers and the cheap resellers, but for someone like me, it doesn't have much traffic fall because of the sort of things I sell there. I would rather put my efforts into Shopify. Most of my Shopify traffic now comes from YouTube, so something's going right, because I wanted Shopify to start generating its own traffic. We are appearing in Google shopping results. If you type me in to Google, I'm there at the top of the listings. If you type in the right sorts of keywords like backlist dress, Grecian dress, hand-braided coaster, things like that, I am in the shopping results. So that's really good. So that's working, and that's probably more than you would get with Etsy. So I do feel a bit positive, and I know that I need to do a lot more work on that. And as we move into spring and my creativity and my enthusiasm levels start to surge as the nice weather returns and I start to come back to life, the days are drawing out. I'm starting to feel I've got more of my energy back. The warm days make me more creative and I'm doing more things. So we are in the right trajectory. And I think that once April comes along, I will be back kind of up to scratch. So I'm looking forward to starting to work with some of these fabrics and playing around with ideas on how to not make them exactly the same as my previous dresses. Let's see if we can find a new take on it. Just add a little bit of something different. But as a general rule, we like to stick to the same style. It's what makes my brand different is that what I make isn't the same as a lot of other sellers. There's no point in me trying to compete with fast fashion or the high street, and I have limitations because I only make one of a dress. It needs to fit multiple people. So if I can have a dress that fits, say, a 10 to a 16 or a 10 to a 12 to an 18 or something like that, I have covered a multitude of sizes within one dress. And I know that's difficult for people to understand how that would work, but as I start to make these dresses, I'll try and do some more video uploads behind the scenes of how this works and how these are created, so that people can understand how we make those work. So that's my latest update. I bought stuff, it didn't break the bank. £46.30 is not going to break the bank, and if I sold all these as finished dresses, I would be well in profit even for my time. So there we go, that's my update, and I'll bring you something else again fairly soon. So thanks for watching, bye bye, see you later, bye.